Tickle my toadstools, young'un. You really have been a tremendous boon to our research, haven't you? Tell you what, I'm going to post a special quest just for you called Lightning Strikes Twice. It's an investigation into the Kirin, that elder dragon I told you about. We're itching to know more.
Let's get the lead out.
Now off you go and keep up the good work. Lightning Strikes Twice. Slay a high rank Kirin finally. So I had to actually look this one up, everybody. And also, in typical fashion, welcome back to Monster Hunter World. So we defeated that low rank Kirin quite a ways back in an episode, but we never could get a high rank quest for Kirin. And I learned because there's no real person that gives you the quest until, like in the story, how we have to go out in the field and kind of gather the other dragon tracks and research. If you go to the Coral Highlands, you'll find Kirin tracks, but there's no special research bar indicating that you're supposed to collect tracks to discover Kirin. And by looking it up online, I learned that the research bar that you see in the field is also bugged. You'll collect tracks and it'll count towards a hidden research bar, but even when you collect tracks, it doesn't raise the bar in the field. So it just stays a blank, empty, devoid bar. It's very confusing. So you just have to collect enough, and when you come back, that person down there by the ancient tree will have the quest. And the chef probably has something for us. You interested in Bug of the Canteen with the usual spiel he says every time. The chef quest. Gajalaka lockdown. And we'll get that menu packed more than a Zimitrio's belly. Make it safe so my guys can get out and get the goods. Don't let me down. Defeat 10 Gajalaka in the Elder's Recess. So, with our agenda today, we've switched back to the switch axe in typical fashion because the hammer had its moment. And I've done a couple quests. We now have another chef quest down here, which will take care of that one as well. But we now have Lightning Strikes Twice. Yet another Kirin has shown up, and you're just here, playing with your Palico. We might never get this chance to get again to study it. Go, go, go! So yes, this is going to be a lot harder fight because we're fighting high rank Kirin. I'll use a voucher. This will finally unlock the high rank Kirin number to show that off at the end of this episode. And from beating the low rank Kirin, luckily we have gathered that Thunderproof Mantle because we are definitely 100% without a doubt bringing that with me. Because nullifying the Thunderblight to not be stunned as often and to not take as much damage from electric attacks, yeah, we want it. As for the Switch Axe, I ran this one a little bit differently. I went back to the Master's Charm to have higher affinity. I wore the Damascus Coil, and that's it for focus. So I only actually have level 2 of focus, and that's kind of about it. Because obviously the focus does help the Switch Axe power up in its sword mode a little bit faster, which is really nice. You should get all that extra damage. So that's kind of what I switched here. Nothing too dramatically different, nothing out of the ordinary. I'm doing a couple tempered quests in between episodes to kind of work on it. I did get some better decorations. Some. And by that, I mean I actually somehow got a Sharp Jewel, which gives me Protective Polish. So whenever I sharpen my weapon, I believe it's for 1 minute, 60 seconds, sharpness will not decrease at all. No matter what happens, it protects us. So pretty nice, especially if you have more grinder jewels. I only have the one, but if you can sharpen one cycle, that's really good. Now our goal is to take down this high rank Kirin. It's going to be the same strategy as before. We're going to want to soften its body so we can just keep up higher amounts of damage on it. But now we have to play a little bit more carefully because this could be tough. Because Kirin, as I mentioned when we fought low rank, which was an easy fight because it was low rank Kirin. Kirin is not an easy monster. There it is, but I want to grab some more tracks on it. Grab these stones to help us out. And there's no other tracks of Kirin over here, so yeah, now we're going to give chase. Although, yep, Kirin footprints. I want this so I can kind of see the better research on him to see when he's almost dead or when he's going to move. Oh, so close. We need one more track. Remember, Kirin is not aggressive, so you can be down here and just kind of hang out near him. And Kirin will not attack you. Kirin will never attack us until we attack him first. Alright, now we can begin the fight. Let's see how well this goes for the Switch Axe, considering it's a solar weapon. But you can claw attack Kieran's body right away because Kieran's roar will not knock you off his body. Yep, and that's what we're worried about is that. So I'm already going to put the Thunderproof Mantle on just to keep myself safe. Because the Switch Axe is kind of slow and it's going to be a little bit of a tough fight. Having, honestly, a faster attacking weapon would actually be better for fighting Kieran, if I was going to be honest. So the Switch Axe isn't the best. The Hammer's great because you can stun Kieran pretty easily. That's what makes the Hammer pretty good. But the Switch Axe is kind of not in a weird, awkward middle. It doesn't have the crazy high stun power that the Hammer yields, but it's not as fast as something like the Longsword or Dual Blades that would be better for us to use in this fight. So we're in this kind of awkward middle phase. Fun fact, when I first ever played Monster Hunter World for the first time, my main weapon was the Switch Axe, and using it now, I honestly have no idea how I did it. I could not tell you how I did it because I don't really like this weapon much anymore. And when you knock Kieran down, your big goal is to break its face, because if you can break its horn, then it can't use as many electric attacks. It can't do like the huge summon electric one that it likes to use. Oh wow, that was in such a great position. And there we go. We haven't broken it yet, but we are getting a lot of damage off, which is really good. Milo, and I realize, like, Kieran being electric Elder Dragon, I don't think Milo's paralysis weapon is going to do us much good. I don't think it's going to help us really. I don't think Milo can paralyze Kieran, considering it's already an electric Elder Dragon, and it would inflict paralysis. I don't think that's how this works. But yeah, the best advice I can really give for Kieran is just kind of watch what it's doing. Just watch its moves, look for any of its tells of its attacks. Certain attacks have good tells to tell you which form of electricity it's going to use, and that's how you're going to dodge most of that. Like, that one's going to be around it, but also, what, Kieran's almost dead? This is crazy. I did, kind of like with Xeno'jiiva, I didn't think this was going to go that well. This is a little crazy. Get some free damage. Think about this. We actually weakened Kieran down to skulls before we even lost our Thunderproof Mantle. And the Thunderproof Mantle lasts like, what, 180 seconds? So it lasts like 3 minutes. Alright, there's the horn broken. Yeah, because see, its body is not normally a weak spot, and that's why you want to soften it. Like, that's the big reason why you want to soften it. But it's hard to do outside of the initial encounter because it'll summon electricity around it. Trying to get it, there we go. Okay, now it's going into its enraged state, but Kieran should... Oh, okay. Kieran had to get that little free kill on me, that temporary kill before it was like, alright, now I'm going to run away. So I guess now I'll kind of let Kieran get away until I can get ahead of it. Because I'll heal. Kieran should be almost dead. They shouldn't have too much left on him. Alright, now let's head him off. Using all the really fun wedge beetles. Okay, we're not actually going to beat Kieran up there. So because we're not going to beat Kieran, I'm going to let Kieran get away, kind of give it a minute, sharpen, you'll see that it'll take 3, and it's going to have like a little, yeah, green glow around my sharpness. That means protective polish is in effect. So yeah, for 1 minute after sharpening, our sharpness will not decrease no matter what I do, no matter what happens. It's a way just to get extended sharpness out of your build without having Master's Touch. So, with this, Kieran's asleep. We're going to get out our handy dandy. Not our handy dandy, because I don't actually have them for some reason. Let's see if Kieran's close enough to flinch shot into a wall. It was. I was going to use Mega Barrel Bombs, but I guess I forgot to restock. But that's fine. This should finish Kieran off no matter what here. Yeah, there we go. And that is high rank Kieran defeated. That is every Elder Dragon we have taken down. That's even including the newly added Lunajra. That is every Elder Dragon in base world officially taken down. Kieran also, if now that you've seen it, is the exception. He's the only Elder Dragon to have a low rank and a high rank version. He's the only one to have it. Like Nurg, Kushala, Toasty, Luna, thank God. And I think I'm missing somebody. Luna? Every Elder Dragon we fought, Valhazak. None of them have a low rank counterpart. Only Kieran does. As strange as that sounds. But yeah, Kieran is defeated. If you notice in my quest board, I have done a lot of all the optional side quests in between episodes. We are still missing some because as you saw there were blue ones. So I have to look up those and find those. It's probably via capturing monsters to unlock a special arena, but I'll look them up and I'll show those off at some point. But with Kieran defeated, let's go take down those 10 Gajalaka that the chef wants us to do. And then maybe we'll finally see what the serious handler wants. This one's honestly going to be really basic with the Gajalaka because the Gajalaka, like the quests where you just fight like the generic enemies are honestly pretty easy. Now, I've been kind of bad because I have been slacking. Also, I can't change it here. I'll change it in the field. I have not changed Milo's weapon back to the flashlight cage, which I really, really need to do. And I haven't done it yet. I'll do it soon. As for Gajalaka, I know they like to hang out here in the center, and then and they like to hang out all down here. So maybe going to Camp 1 actually would have been a little bit faster to get to their location. I didn't really replenish my items because we're not really gonna need them. But yeah, we are almost done with the post-game content of World. Like, we're almost done. There's not much left besides getting all the optional quests. We also do have that one actual assigned quest to defeat those 2 tempered Bazalgoos, which that's gonna be an insanely hard quest. if I'm gonna be honest, because the Bazalgoos I'm not very good at fighting, and there's 2 of them, and they're tempered. But things have actually gone better than I've always assumed they would go, so maybe it won't be that bad. And yeah, the Gajalaka are real easy, especially with the Switch X swinging attack. It's real easy. There we go. It's 5 defeated. You get over here. Alright, that's 6. Yeah, the Gajalaka are unique too. If you actually defeat them, they drop materials and they just give you easy rations. So like if you ever run out of like the first aid meds or easy rations from your item box, I guess, just go find Gajalaka. Just go beat them up. If you beat them up, they won't die. They'll just burrow away and they'll leave that item behind. It's kind of strange, and I wouldn't really recommend that of being like, oh hey, let's just go kill Gajalaka to get free items. I would honestly just go back to camp. Like literally going back to camp and just replenishing your items in your tent would just be better because you'll have more and it won't be as time consuming, especially if you're fighting a monster that's really tough for you to handle and you're kind of running out of time. Going to seek out the Gajalaka and beating them to get just a first aid med and not like a high potion or even a first aid med plus, not really what I would call efficient. That's 7. Don't mind me as I just stand on the fire and slowly burn to death. Nope, I do not want... Yeah, the Gajalaka throw tools at you, by the way. So he threw a blade at me that paralyzed me. Pretty much like he threw a paralysis knife. Oh, he was defeated, okay. Alright, I do actually have to heal because the heat is going to kill me. And there's last two. And there we go. And that's it. I'm just beating 10 simple Gajalaka, which we have 60 seconds. So now we just have to stand here and wait.
The field team's gathered at the main gate. Seems like they're getting ready to go out on an expedition in the forest.
So with that, a ways back we talked to the serious handler, and she said that they found a mysterious monster out in the field. And we're going to tackle that next in the special assignments. We have a visitor from another world. My weirdo partner won't shut up about some non-animal animal he found in the Wildspire Waste. Do you want to tag along? Whatever it is, it's bound to be something interesting. Yeah, why not? We can't choose what camp, so we'll just depart to the Wildspire. But this time I'm actually going to replenish my items because this is going to be not fighting Gajalaka, so we should probably bring everything that we have. And I don't know if the chef has something new for us. He does not. The chef has nothing new for us, so let's just head out.
How are you doing?
Hey!
Let's also eat a meal, because I don't want to run all the way up to the canteen in town, so let's do this, whatever mysterious monster we found. Also, that was new text. Duty commenced? Something new.
Wow! What? No way!
Huh?
Let's do this! I'm ready!
my. Oh dear. Right.
So yeah, if you couldn't tell, this was the crossover event with Final Fantasy. You had the Moogle with this crystal that the Kulu-Ya-Ku stole, and it's gonna perpetually hold on to this rock the entire time. It will never let go of this rock, and it has, if it hits you with it, it has crazy high stun. As you saw, one attack already stunned him. And as you saw, the crystal also made this Kulu a lot larger. So he's definitely gonna be tough to hit. You kind of want to either hit him really high in the head, or kind of hit him in the back where it's safe away from the crystal. With the crystal reflecting us off, it's definitely going to be tough to hit him. I believe I could go into sword mode, or with the longsword, spear, gauge, or anything else, you can use a skill called Mind's Eye, like a natural Mind's Eye, that will allow you to hit the crystal, but just at severely reduced damage. And again, the Kulu will never drop this. He will never drop it. So this is definitely going to be tough. But luckily, Kulu's head and his tail are still a really viable weak spot to hit. So this works out in our favor. Yeah, and there you go. You'll know you're progressing in the fight because the rock will shine and Kulu will get even bigger. Yeah, he's just gonna... Yeah, so you can hit the rock as long as you have some form of Mind's Eye equipped. Trying to be careful because that rock, like these slam attacks with that rock, will do crazy high amounts of damage. So I am trying to play a little bit careful by just being behind him. But yeah, as the fight progresses, that crystal will make the Kulu even larger. So this is going to be one pretty big beefy boy we're going to be fighting in the end. And you get the really crazy, I think like remix Chocobo music from the Final Fantasy series. But yeah, the Final Fantasy crossover. You've got the Cactars, the Moogle, the Crystal, I guess. I'm not actually the hugest Final Fantasy person, so I'm not sure what the Crystal is 100% referencing, but I know it's a Final Fantasy reference, so sorry, Final Fantasy fans, I don't know. Luckily, he'll kind of fight the Behemoth along fighting us, so yeah. Look how much damage that did. That killed me. It killed me. And we were at, like, pretty much max HP. That's why you really want to watch out for that rock. Okay, Behemoth, you're not supposed to hit me. You're supposed to fight the Kulu. So this is a little tough. This is kind of a precarious situation, so I'm just gonna try to make some little pot shots at Kulu from the back and just keeping an eye on Kulu so he doesn't crush me with a rock, because that damage is going to be a little bit more than I would like to deal with. I don't know if we can actually flinch shot Kulu, if I'm honest with you, because when you flinch on him, he drops like the boulder or something that he's holding, but he can't drop the rock, so I'm not sure if you can actually knock Kulu down or not. No, I don't want Behemoth. I want you. But I don't think you can mount Kulu either. I don't think so. Regardless, ledge hopping is still a good way to just get some good, easy damage. If I can actually hit him. We're forgetting that accuracy is also a giant part of trying to hit him. There we go, get some little more damage off. Behemoth's running, or ran. Wait, is Kulu running back to him? Is Kulu? Oh no, okay. I thought Kulu was gonna be like, "You're not getting away from me, Behemoth. I'm gonna come smack you with the crystal." I can use the temporal mantle, which I think I'll do once he ups his size one more time. That way, if he tries to hit us, we'll auto dodge. And this will also be a way to show off the temporal mantle, because I didn't show it off last time when we unlocked it. So this will be a good way to show it. Yeah, he's getting pretty big. Hitting him in the head's not the most viable. Yep, there he goes. Larger again. Now, are you freaking kidding me? Alright, temporal mantle time. Yeah, because he's so big, you really want to avoid hitting that crystal, because that's... Oh, I thought Milo paralyzed him for a split second there. Also, can you stop jumping so much? Please? Yeah, this is getting a little dangerous. Oh no. Oof. Ugh. Yeah, you see how much damage that does? Oh, now we're dead. Yeah. Yeah, now we're dead because we were stunned, so that's definitely unfortunate. I can't eat another meal. And also, if you see in the text, this is a slay. You cannot capture this Kulu-Ya-Ku. This Kulu you have to kill. Because he wants the crystal, man. We can't. We have to kill him. He's not allowed to have it. It's not his, it's the Moogle's. You know it's the Moogle because it's the whole "Can you help me, Koopa?" which weirdly is not voice acted. But I mean, oh well. Yeah, this Kulu, big. Luckily, if you are going for gold crowns, this is an easy way to get a gold crown Kulu because literally when you're gonna fight a Kulu this big again. Oh, dude, just stay in this position. No, that's such a good spot because we just kept hitting your tail. Yeah, because now all of his attacks, now like every attack involves the crystal, and he's like lunging a lot. As long as we can keep hitting his tail, we're in a good spot. That's not a good spot when he turns around and we smack the crystal. Yeah, sword mode wouldn't be too bad if it wasn't so slow and sluggish. Because sword mode is slow and has low mobility for dodging and movement. That's kind of why I'm staying in axe mode. But plus with axe mode I can swing upwards to hit his tail more easily with him being so big. So it's just, for me personally, it's a little bit safer. Now Kulu should be almost dead because he's in his normal cave. But he's gonna get larger one more time. Right? No? I thought he got larger again. I thought he did. I guess not. Okay, now that he's aware of us, I'm gonna go back to axe mode. Yeah, I could have sworn he got larger one more time. I guess I'm just remembering it wrong. Just try not to hit that crystal and just keep hitting him from the back. Oh, if we get him in the head, that's even better. But the head is so hard to hit. Okay. We're in a part of sword mode. Let's get a couple of strong explosions off. There we go.
You did it!
And you get the very beautiful Final Fantasy jingle of the ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. It's really cool. If you're a Final Fantasy fan, the little music, you're like, oh my god, yeah, it's so cool. And there's the crystal. Can't do anything with it, but there it is. I don't think we can we attack it? I don't think so. No. We literally just go through it. Well, that's kind of weird. How come we didn't go through it when Kulu was holding it? Oh, now it's ethereal. Now we can't do anything to it? Okay. But yeah, this is gonna 100% be a gold crown Kulu because large boy is large. Duty complete. And we get just generic items, nothing very impressive for doing this quest. Yeah, gold crown, 1739. So, well, I'll explain it afterwards.
The field team's gathered at the main gate. Seems like they're getting ready to go out on an expedition in the forest.
You're back. Good. I was getting worried about you. Our little Linean friend is safe and sound.
Hey!
It took my partner forever to find him, though, not being able to see him and all. Which is funny because he seems to be the only one who can't see our new friend. Even the Seeker can see him. Speaking of which, that's literally who's looking after our friend right now. The poor little guy was really shaken up about losing that crystal. He said he's got quite the situation on his hands, and that he needs our help. Your Palico is doing a good job interpreting for us so we can figure out what's going on. So far, the only thing we've learned is that he's a Moogle. Apparently it's some kind of Linean tribe, but not one I've heard of. Anyway, I came back here to wait for you for a while our friend gets some rest. Hopefully he's calmed down a bit.
Hey.
Come on, let's go pay him a visit. I'm sure he'll be happy to see you.
Wait long?
Sorry to keep everyone waiting. I brought our guest of honor with me. Thank you for bringing back my crystal, Kupo. Without this, I'd never be able to return home. I didn't know what to do after that scary-looking chocobo stole my crystal, Kupo.
Hey.
When you say home, where exactly is that? Home of the Moogles is in Erosia. Erosia? I don't really know how to pronounce that. This crystal uses, ether to travel to far-off lands, Kupo. In Erosa, utilizing the ether that runs through the life stream to travel vast distances is an important technique. Quite a handy technique if you're in trouble, Kupo. Etheriites are the crystallized version of ether, and points you to the exit of the life stream. So this is unlike any technique I've ever heard of. Erosa must be a wonderful land. It certainly is, Kupo. However, recently, the ether has become unstable. When I went to see what the problem was, I got trapped in an odd disturbance. Next thing I knew, I was here, Kupo. And I'm not the only one who ended up here, Kupo. I'm afraid an extremely dangerous monster got caught in the disturbance too. If that monster were to make this lane its new home...
Oh my. Oh dear.
Our world might be in danger. While the others not being able to see our new friend, it'll be up to us to do something. Life-giving energy that runs through this land, this crystal, and an unexplained instability. If I had to hypothesize, a mantra of Rose's origins would only show up in one place in the new world.
Right.
The Elder's Recess, of course! So, I've been standing here for a few minutes, and I still can't hear or see this thing you're talking to.
I'm ready.
But if you're talking about putting the boom shakalaka on a monster, let's get a quest together and go!
The field team's gathered at the main gate. Seems like they're getting ready to go out on an expedition in the forest.
Oh, we gotta talk to the Sirius handler, but I don't know where she is. Oh wait, no, we got it. I don't know why I told us to talk to her when we already did. So, we now have the quest. The infamous quest that I don't even know if I can do one player, but I'll try it. The Legendary Beast. Some kind of beast has arrived in the new world due to the instability of the ether. We have to do something, otherwise every living thing in the new world is in serious danger. And here we go. Let's see what this legendary beast is that has come from Erosa. This isn't going to be the actual quest, this is going to be a prelude to it, but this is to get our feet wet. Here we go. So, the Behemoth.
You've got to be kidding.
Very, very hard fight. He summons elements kind of like akin to the Final Fantasy elemental attacks, meteor, the wind attack, everything else. His primary weak spots are his tail, his front arms, and his head. Be very, very careful when attacking anywhere else because his chest is so rock solid that even with white sharpness will bounce off. So yeah, this will be tough. We don't have to defeat the Behemoth. All we have to do is repel him. And this is hard. I'm using the longsword because I have good movement and I can counter attacks that would otherwise be difficult for me. When you see this wind attack, try to run as far away from Behemoth as possible to get this wind out of your way. It'll summon a wind tornado that'll last for a very long time. You do not want that in your way. You absolutely do not want that in your way. Because that wind will be very annoying to fight and deal with, and you do not want that. Now, this fight is stupid hard. I don't know if I'll be able to actually beat the actual quest by myself, but I will give it a couple of attempts. But I make no promises. Yeah, that body check is very strong. Very strong. But as you see, this is only a repel. We do not actually have to defeat Behemoth, we merely have to repel him. I can drop these spires on him to do more damage. That is one thing we'll want to lure him over there eventually to do. His tail is very big, and that attack does a crazy amount of damage, believe it or not. So just be very forewarned. Everything Behemoth has at his disposal is very deadly. Very, very, very deadly. Like, look, he killed Milo. Milo will come back, but I mean, dang. Like, he killed Milo. And remember, me and Milo are like as strong as we can be at this time, in this moment in time. Like, Milo and I can't be too much more powerful than we are. My armor is fully maxed out to the best of my abilities. Yeah, the Temporal Mantle I knew would save me, so that's kind of why I just took the risk there. My Temporal, though, is about to run out soon. Try to hit his tail while this wind's kind of in our way. I did bring the Vitality Mantle with me as well to absorb some extra shock damage. Alright, we need Behemoth away from that wind. We need him out over here. Let's get him with some boulders. Let's miss with some boulders. Well, that is definitely super unfortunate because that is not what I wanted to happen at all. At all. Alright, he's summoning a lot of wind over there. We're going to fight him over here now. We don't even want to try to fight him over there because that's going to... Okay. Milo paralyzed him. That'd be a great moment to take advantage of free damage, but with the wind over there, that's not a risk I want to take. So I'm just going to play it safe and stay over here. Because that wind will knock you around and it's not a good time. Alright, there we go. Now that he's out of the wind. I mistimed the counter. Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna kind of focus on this fight because this Behemoth battle is tough. This was probably like one of, if not the hardest fight for the end game. When Base World originally released, this fight was hard. Shoot. Okay. There we go. The body check got us because we were left open after the foresight counter, but we went for Milo, which saved our bacon, which was really good. Okay, are you under this yet? I really want you to be right here. I really want you to come right here. Can you come right here? No, don't. Not more wind. Yeah, this wind attack, you're meant to fight Behemoth in a group of people because the wind could focus on one player that would lure it farther away, and then the other players could just keep damage up on Behemoth. But being by ourselves, this leaves us in a far tougher position. It doesn't leave us with very many options with that wind attack. And it really doesn't. It honestly leaves us kind of screwed. Yep, there's the ground tremor. This ground tremor stuns you for a long time. Like a long time. Alright, luckily Behemoth didn't go for us. We're summoning more freaking wind. Which I gotta throw it over here. Somehow. Alright, let's just get the Vitality Mantle on. Extra defense protects us. Really needed. Oof. Oh, he's tired. Also, I just totally missed with the Helmbreaker. Alright. Good. That Foresight lasted long enough that we were able to survive the body check. Not that one, though. Oh, I really wish he would target Milo. Because, like, look at how much wind is over here now that's causing us trouble. So now we gotta fight over here. And that's what makes this so tough by yourself. It's not... The high damage definitely makes the fight tough. That's pretty obvious. But it's also, honestly, the wind attack. The wind attack is what makes it so annoying. And if you're wondering, you cannot flinch. Okay, you can't flinch shot Behemoth. You can't. I tried in my first attempt, and I was like, oh, I wonder if you can flinch shot Behemoth. No, it does. It does not do anything. It does nothing. Yeah, there's more wind. Yeah, I hate that attack. You can technically flash pot him to prevent him from doing that, which maybe would have done. I would have if I actually brought flash pods with me, but, well, I don't have any with me. So, I hate the swipe attack, because the Temporal Mantle does not register that as, like, big damage, so the Temporal doesn't even dodge that attack. It's really annoying, and it trips you just enough to be like really, it's almost like you just got, you know, like pimp slap pretty much. Like that's what it feels like. Is you're pimp slapped and it's just, oh yeah, that's okay. All right, come on. I really wish you'd stop with this wind attack. Yeah, you can't even shoot him with the Crystal Burst to stun him out of the animation of summoning the wind. You literally need a flash pod to stun him out of it, and we don't have any I didn't bring any with me. Ooh. We got really lucky. Yeah, look how much damage that tail swipe does. That tail attack does a lot of damage, by the way. Come on, Behemoth. Come on. You really want to stay on his front feet because that's where you'll get the most reliable damage. Alright, since I have the Temporal, I'm just gonna get in here with a lot of damage, if possible. Do my best. I mean, I definitely hate the wind, you know, it's kind of ruining my life, dare I say. Alright, there's what we want. No, not wrong one. Sorry. I'm getting so nervous. It's not Meteor. It's not Meteor that we want to see. It's a move called Comet we want to see. Comet's what we want to see him drop. Alright, our Temporal is on... Yeah, this is what we want. This is what we want to see. This is the move that signals that we're getting close to the end. That's the signal. Okay. We are also dramatically running out of sharpness. I'm going to use a Wetfish Stone to get 1 quick sharpen off. There we go. Now, Behemoth can break that comment, so you don't want him to get too close to it, but I'm kind of locked in with my options at the moment. Yeah, those I'm gonna dub that the Pimp Slap. The Pimp Slap is way too strong for how fast it comes out. Like, it comes out so fast and barely even trips you, and it just does so much damage. It just feels so unfair. Alright, just get some free damage in there. We wait for the wind to show up. Alright, here's another one. Good. And you also don't want these to be far away. You want these in the center and kind of nearby you for a certain attack that'll be the end of the quest that is super dangerous. So with 2, I think he'll summon 1 more and then that'll signal the end. So I believe 3 is what signals the end. Ow. Alright. Yeah, now see, it's a moment like this where I wish he'd stop going for Milo, because Milo is just hanging out near the boulders. And I don't want that. I do not want that. And you also do not want this wind to be nearby it either. But I don't have much of a choice. Alright, there's the 3rd one. This should be the end. This should signal the end. Not yet. But we're here. Behemoth has 1 more move we have not seen yet. And it is a move that no matter what, you cannot survive unless you use those comments. It's your only option. That's why you do not want those comments to be broken. 4. I guess I thought it was 3. Is this the end? No. Come on. Okay, that one's unfortunately... Here it is. Ecliptic Meteor. And that's it. So, to explain that at the end, because it's such a moment, Behemoth, throughout the battle, will summon comets that'll slam down on the ground, and Behemoth can break those with his attacks. He can destroy them. You don't want him to, because he'll eventually use a move called Ecliptic Meteor that he did, and it will summon a giant meteor that you saw in the opening cutscene of Behemoth, where it'll slam down, and it obliterates everything. Meaning, you have to hide behind a comet to survive it. Like, you can't use, like, the Temporal Mantle, you can't use, you can't recover your health because it just kills you instantly. You can't even run away. Literally, I could have ran to another area of Elder's Recess as fast as I could. That meteor will kill me. It'll kill you instantly. The only way to survive, there's an item called Farcaster that you can use to fast travel back to camp. You can't use that. It disables your items when that move is happening. You have to hide behind a comet to survive it. If you don't, it will instantly kill you. Instantly. And that's Behemoth. A insanely hard fight.
The field team's gathered at the main gate. Seems like they're getting ready to go out on an expedition in the forest. Working hard?
Good to see you made it back in one piece. That creature from Moroza was terrifying. Probably the most in my whole handler career. And even though it retreated, I think it would be extremely dangerous to go after it without knowing more about it. We need a plan if we want to take that thing down. Maybe our little Moogle friend might have an idea. Let's go see him. And that's how it all happened. I've never seen a monster like that before. It's gotta be the one from Moroza. That was a Behemoth! They're feared throughout Erosa!
Speaking of which,
We managed to wound it and then it retreated. but it's still got to be in the recess somewhere. We need to find it before it regains its strength. Hunter, you did well against the Behemoth this time. However, I fear the next time will not be as easy. We know nothing of the beast, and it's wounded, so it will most likely be anticipating that we'll try to finish it off. Don't worry, I think I can help out, Kupo. I'll tell my female friend in green everything I know about the Behemoth. Wow, really? Putting all that responsibility on me? Alright, I'll work with our Moogle friend here to get everything sorted. Oh yes, let me teach you a gesture that may come in handy. In Erosa, adventurers use it to indicate their role when taking on strong monsters. When facing a Behemoth, you will need strong, dependable partners that you can count on, Kupo. Seriously? Why can't I hear or see this thing? But I guess we're gonna finish off that monster? Well then, let's go. The Final Fantasy XIV jump.
Seems like they're getting ready to go
So,
out on an
I've never
expedition
been able to
in the
perfect
forest.
this. That gesture is... It's like the Dragoon one. Now, this is gonna sound crazy. With specific timing, you can use this jump during Ecliptic Meteor and survive it. You can. But I have never been able to perfect the timing on this move or anything. So would I recommend it? I personally would not, but it is an option. But I would highly recommend you look up YouTube videos or guides or tips or anything to learn the exact timing and practice it. So with that, we have unlocked the special assignment for Behemoth, the team together to fight the Behemoth. Multiplayer is highly recommended. Unfortunately, I will give this a shot. I will try this one time solo. Will it work? I doubt it. But I'll look it up, I'll figure it out, I'll try my best. And if I can't do it, then unfortunately I can't show it off, but I'll try to find some way to get footage for it. If I can't do it, then sweet, we did it. But with that, that brings us to the end of this adventure today. So, thank you guys for watching, and next time we will finally tackle those 2 tempered basil geese, and we'll see what lies beyond that further into the post game of Monster Hunter World. I'll see you guys then.